Thank you. You can exchange your documents. Oh, yes. So I think back to you. Next is the chair, CUG. Chair, please. Madam, yes.
Nitawapanga.
That's done, Your Excellency. We start and then we take hands. Display the agreement.
Yeah.
Then we shake hands. Shake hands. Thank you. Your Excellency, the next is one each. So we move Then we request the rest, Your Excellency, to flank you behind as you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we start with SG.
The rest.
COG and then myself, of course.
Okay.
Behind him.
Yeah.
One, two, we are ready now? Go.
Yeah, good. Thank you so much. KMPDU had issued a 21-day strike notice that was to expire on 23rd of December 2024. And it's coming upon on the backbone of the issues that we had signed in the Return to Work Formula of 8th May 2024. We had declared, based on our union's resolution in the Special Delegate Conference, that we are not going to take any more promises in this particular strike notice that we issued. We want to appreciate the involvement of the Deputy President, the Council of Governors, and the Ministry of Health that have worked around the time to ensure that what we demanded, that is the evidence that the doctors in the counties are receiving the basic salary arrears, for us to sit here today. Today we have seen an evidence that doctors, like from Kwale County, have begun to receiving them to get their money because these are already sent to the bank. We also discussed the issue of medical doctor interns that has been a thorn in the flesh for quite a while now. I must appreciate that we have an agreement, and the collective bargaining agreement signed in 2017 to 2021 has not been bastardized, but has been protected and sanctified. And in today's agreement, the interns doctors can actually check their pay slips tomorrow on Saturday, and they'll see the confirmations that they'll be getting their full salaries. This is an appreciation and a commitment that we've seen today, and we believe that we don't always have to progress on industrial actions before issues are resolved, and that's why we appreciate the commitment. And I want to advise our doctors all across the counties to start checking their pay slips, checking the banks, because this has been paid through a voucher system on these particular monies. Otherwise, we appreciate the commitment, and we believe that when you work together with government, when you work together with our employers, we will always have these issues resolved, and discussion continues far beyond the industrial action time. Thank you.
You have not declared that the strike will not proceed.
I have.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, I'm very happy to announce here in your presence that between ourselves as COG, the National Ministry of Health, and KPMDU, we have resolved the issues that had resulted in KPMDU issuing a strike notice. The Secretary General has suspended that strike notice so that Kenyan doctors can continue working in our public hospitals during this very critical time. We want to assure KPMDU that the remaining parts of any agreement, including the adjustments that we said we'll push to 2025-26, will be adhered to, will be achieved, and that we will, as COG, do our best to avoid another industrial action that puts our health sector into disarray. So I want to thank you, Your Excellency, for your leadership in this matter, and Kenyans can then look forward to a Christmas where our doctors will be in the hospitals serving Kenyans. Thank you.
Thank you very much. CS, would you like to say something before?
Thank you very much, and thank you, Your Excellency, for again guiding and leading the process of negotiation. We are happy to report that the strike has been called off. And again, we are continuing to engage the human resource for health, which is really a critical pillar when it comes to implementation of Taifa Care. So we'll continue engaging with various healthcare workers, including KMPDU, to ensure that we are offering best quality, affordable, accessible services to Kenyans. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, and thank you for coming. We are very pleased to announce to the nation that the strike, which had been called by the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union, has been called off as a result of very, very intense negotiations that have been carried out in the last few days behind the scenes in the spirit of confidence building and utmost good faith. In that vein, I would like to thank the union. I want to thank the Council of Governors, and I also want to thank the Ministry of Health for facing this matter patriotically and in the interest of the country. And therefore, even as the country goes into the festive season, we are glad that we can now sigh with relief that our hospitals, our public hospitals will be operating because our doctors are going to continue providing health services, which is their calling. I want to reiterate the commitment of the government of Kenya and President Ruto's administration commitment that healthcare is a critical sector that this government takes seriously. It is in this connection of prioritization that we are rolling out Taifa Care, which is aimed at providing medical insurance for every Kenyan, including those who cannot afford to subscribe or to pay for the insurance. The indigents will be taken care of. This Taifa Care has quite a number of rollout challenges. We are continuing to receive feedback from critical stakeholders. And therefore, at this juncture, I want to ask our doctors and medical professionals to give us feedback to make sure that we perfect Taifa Care, which will take healthcare to the next level. And for us to realize a successful implementation of Taifa Care, human resources in the health sector are critical. And that's why our partnership with doctors and medical workers remains critical for us as government. Secondly, I want to assure all our doctors and our health professionals across the country that this government will implement all the commitments that have been made. And therefore, this evening, we have been able to resolve the issue of a basic salary arrears for doctors, which have been pending. It ought to have been paid from 1st July 2024, but as the country will appreciate, the government suffered a setback with the rejection of the Finance Bill 2024, which was the resource mobilization instrument. It was the fiscal instrument which was supposed to raise the resources to run government. The rejection of the Finance Bill 2024 left the country grappling with a 246 billion hole in the budget. And that is what affected our commitments in many sectors, including the health sector. During the past 6 months, the government has found innovative ways of running government programs and commitments, notwithstanding the setback of the failure or the rejection of that Finance Bill 2024. It is in this vein, therefore, that we are proud and happy to report that the doctors' basic salary arrears have started hitting the accounts and being sent to counties so that doctors can access that money. Already, some of the counties have received that payment starting today, going into tomorrow, another 10 counties, and so forth and so on. In the next 2-3 days, that payment will be completed. Similarly, we have agreed as government that although the issue of the salary scale for medical doctor interns is a matter pending before court, we have decided, again in the spirit of good faith, at the moment, to pay the current cohort of medical interns at the scale which was there before the adjustment that was brought by SRC, and therefore the payment for these interns at the scale which existed before have also been finalized, and the pay slips will start reflecting that starting as Saturday and going into the festive season. All the doctors will have gotten the arrears and their salaries, and all the interns will also have gotten their adjusted salary pending the resolution of going forward what the scale will be, because that matter is being handled by the Labour Court. Finally, is to commend the spirit of good faith and trust that is building between the doctors and the union, and on one side, and also the employer, which is the county government in many respects, but also the national government providing backup to make sure that our health sector remains of high quality and operational. So I want to thank every party, everyone who has participated in these negotiations, and I want to pledge the commitment of the national government to ensure that in good faith that all the commitments that we have made this evening and the commitments that will be made in the future will be honored as a way of showing that we believe that doctors and health workers provide critical services. They are professionals who need to be treated well, and will continue trying to accommodate them as much as possible within the available resources, and also taking into considerations the other commitments we have in running our country going forward. This is the spirit that we need to develop and cultivate, build trust, build confidence, and in good faith, be able to close ranks and even sometimes bend backwards. Either way, whenever we are called to, for the sake of our country, for the sake of the people of Kenya, and for the sake of making sure that the health of the people of Kenya is not compromised. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Can we pray?